listening to the Rookie Big Board Podcast Network.
Welcome back to the Rookie Big Board YouTube channel, where we're talking more AFC East projections. We've got the AFC East wide receivers next on tap. Let's get right into it. So the three guys we wanted to talk about: Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, Stefon Diggs. Three obviously very good, accomplished to varying degrees wide receivers. Eric, why don't you kick us off and give us your thoughts on these three? I guess, how did you stack them up? Who has the highest projections of these three for you, and how close were they?
It's Diggs at the top. He's about 20 points ahead of Hill. He's in the 280 range. Hill is at 266. Jaylen Waddle's at 252. So it's close. It is close. If I had to bet right now, I probably would bet on Diggs. I think he'll probably at least take 1 year to acclimate a little more to Miami. Plus, he was a little down last year. It's not like that's going to matter because he's in a completely different environment. But the quarterback change, the offensive scheme change, it'll take a little while for Hill to get his bearings underneath him.
Ryan, what do you think? Agree with that order, or do you have them different?
Yeah, I have Diggs, Hill, Waddle. Which is funny. Their ADP is Diggs, Waddle, Hill for Dynasty, obviously, but would have been kind of our projections. But they're literally right next to each other in ADP as well at 10, 11, 12. But yeah, I have Diggs ahead by a good bit. I'm at 260 and Hill at 237, and then 218 for Waddle.
I'm interested to hear how we all statted these guys out, because we all have them in the same order: Diggs, Hill, Waddle. But I think that I'm interested to just hear how some of the projections themselves shake out, because the points are different for everybody. So I had them Diggs, Hill, Waddle. I had Diggs with the most. And again, we're not that far in, but Diggs is of the projections I've done so far that includes some good wide receivers, I would say Stefon Diggs is the top guy for me right now, which I didn't really expect. So I have Stefon Diggs with 301 fantasy points. And Tyreek Hill with 256, and Jaylen Waddle with 237.5. So, Eric, why don't you walk us through your Stefon Diggs projections, and we'll see how close we all are.
So, target monster still is going to be this year. 100% has to
Agreed.
I got him with 156 targets. That is 24% of the receiving market share in Buffalo. 101 receptions, 1,216 yards, and 10 touchdowns. That is good for 283.1. A good year. That's got to be wide receiver one territory. So
that'd be wide receiver one territory.
Yep.
Ryan, what'd you give him?
23% of the market share, 143 targets, 1,165 yards, 8 touchdowns. So we're just kind of off on the touchdowns by 2, but he's a monster, man. He's gonna get work. Like, he's a legit wide receiver one for them, with a big discrepancy on who you're really gonna target. Your choices go to Diggs again, and then I guess you can look otherwise.
Just keep slandering Gabe Davis. That's good. Get it on tape.
We do all agree that Stefon Diggs is a target monster and will command his work as such. I gave him 24% of the market as well. It was 159 targets, 108 receptions, 1,276 yards, 11 touchdowns. I got Stefon Diggs cooking. He's a good player. He's a good player, and his lofty projection go hand in hand with the lofty Josh Allen projection. What about Tyreek Hill? What'd you guys give him? We can move over to Miami since the other two guys are over there. I'll tell you, I gave Hill, in terms of market share, I gave Hill and Waddle. They were pretty close. I gave Hill 22% of the market and Waddle 21%. I guess we could just talk through them both.
And 1% down on each. I'm at 21 and 20.
That's interesting.
You got 23, 22.
There you go. For Hill, it was 138 targets, 92 receptions, 1,214 yards, and 7 touchdowns. And I gave Waddle 132 targets, 96 receptions, 1,051, and 6 touchdowns.
Wow, they're close. How many points is Waddle again for you?
Waddle was 237.5.
My receptions are just lower, I guess. I'm at 113 targets, 82 catches, 1,001 yards, 6 touchdowns. Then Hill, 119 targets, 1,137 yards, 7 touchdowns. So they're close.
I have 132 targets for Hill, 89 receptions, 1166 receiving yards, and 10 touchdowns. That's 266 points. And I got 138 targets for Waddle, 102 catches, 1,021 yards, and 8 touchdowns. That is 252 points.
How many touchdowns? You had 28 touchdowns for Tua, right?
Yes, sir.
18
18 between those two.
Yeah. How do you have the other 10 split? Just curious.
I got Cedric Wilson getting 5 because he always seems to make a big play every game.
Okay.
Gave Eric Izakanma 1 touchdown because his name is Eric. I gave Mike Gesicki. I gave Mike Gesicki 3 touchdowns because he's a good tight end that Ryan doesn't want to acknowledge. And then I gave a measly, nice little touchdown to Myles Gaskin.
Wait a second. What do you? I know it's off topic. What do you have Gesicki at? Now that you're saying I'm slandering him.
96 targets, 60 receptions, 665 yards, 3 touchdowns, 145 points.
I'm way higher on Gesicki than you.
Really? And you slander him 24/7? That's wild.
I'm much higher. I have 96 targets, 64 catches, 736, and 7 touchdowns.
See, you love Gesicki. Stop talking crap about him.
179 PPR.
What's your Sony Michel projection?
We do need to
a whole other show for that. We're talking these wide receivers. I'm not going to talk about the Sony Michel when we get to it because I'm embarrassed.
That's good. That's good.
Do we all have? Well, you know what? No, let's save it because we're going to talk tight ends shortly. Is there any other receiving option? Let's leave it to the wide receivers on Miami. Anybody else outside of Hill and Waddle that you're interested in?
No.
Not real. Cedric Wilson's like 154 for me for fantasy points. I think that's around top 36 numbers. Sure, I guess. I don't know. Here's the thing with Miami. You're either going to know that Tua stinks right away or Tua's a good quarterback. You're going to know right away because Tua's whole knock is that he loves to slant and he struggles throwing deep. We'll find out right away if Tua's bad.
Yeah.
So, and if Tua's bad, I'm not going to lie to you. That's going to be really rough on Tyreek Hill. He'll still have like a solid season, but he won't have a Tyreek Hill season.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
agree with that.
I mean, I don't expect the Tyreek Hill season regardless.
I didn't go pie in the sky with Tyreek Hill. I was like, we'll leave it be. His saving grace could be Mike McDaniel, but again, that's an unknown. This isn't the Niners, so we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. 3 good receivers, though. We all had them in the same order, Diggs, Hill, Waddle. But in Dynasty, again, who would you draft first?
Waddle,
Diggs, Hill.
Are Hill and Diggs are like the same age, right? Isn't Hill like 20? Isn't he about to be 28?
I think so.
And then Diggs is what, 29? He's about to be 29?
Diggs is 28. Waddle's 23. Hill's 28. Stefon Diggs is 2 months older than Tyreek Hill.
Okay. In that case, I'd probably take Diggs over Hill. So Waddle, Diggs, Hill.
Yeah. Which is just flip the top 2 in the ADP.
I would go Hill, Waddle, Diggs.
If Hill hits in Miami and he's still Tyreek Hill, yeah, he should probably go first.
Yeah, I get the reasoning.
Yeah,
for why not?
It's very close.
Yeah,
very close.
100%. All right, there you go. 3 good wide receivers from the AFC East. We're going to be back with some talk about AFC East tight ends. So make sure again you are subscribed to the Rookie Big Board YouTube channel. We'll be back to talk AFC East tight ends.
Later, taters.